Fans in shock. Who or what is keeping Jimin and Jungkook apart? The silence is unbearable. Why are Jimin and Jungkook, once seen as inseparable by millions, now appearing more distant than ever? This is not mere speculation. Fans worldwide are confronted with a reality that seems almost impossible to accept. Is it fate, circumstance, or a hidden force that keeps them apart? And why does the longing that once radiated between them now feel stifled, as though trapped behind an invisible wall? Once, their bond was a source of fascination and comfort. Every glance, every subtle touch, every unspoken exchange revealed a connection that was both profound and genuine. Jimin and Jungkook were not just colleagues. They were companions in a journey defined by relentless schedules, unending scrutiny, and a shared understanding of pressures few could comprehend. Their closeness was a rare display of authenticity in a world dominated by public image and controlled narratives. Yet today, fans notice a growing divide, a visible distance that cannot be explained by ordinary busy schedules alone. What has changed, and more importantly, what is keeping these two apart? The reality is complex. Both Jimin and Jungkook have pursued individual paths, seeking personal growth, artistic exploration, and professional milestones. Jimin's journey is marked by meticulous self-expression, a dedication to perfecting his craft, and a determination to establish a unique identity beyond collective success. Jungkook, meanwhile, has ventured into his own realm of independence, testing boundaries and redefining his presence on global stages. Each step, while necessary for personal evolution, has created a divergence that fans cannot ignore. The question remains, is this gap purely a consequence of ambition, or are unseen forces at play? Every public interaction, or lack thereof, is scrutinized. A missed glance becomes evidence. A hesitant smile sparks debate. Silence between them is interpreted as both proof of distance and as a symbol of longing suppressed. The subtle dynamics that once captivated the audience now fuel an ongoing investigation by millions of fans, who dissect appearances, interviews, and social media hints for clues. What they find only deepens the mystery. The bond appears intact, yet inaccessible, visible yet unreachable, creating an emotional tension that is both heartbreaking and riveting. Speculation runs rampant. Some argue that the separation is a natural result of maturity and professional independence. Others whisper of external influences, suggesting that the very structures surrounding them may subtly dictate which relationships are emphasized and which are restrained. Could it be that Jimin and Jungkook's longing is genuine but constrained, forced into silence by circumstances beyond their control? The more fans analyze, the more intricate the puzzle becomes, revealing a story that is both personal and public, intimate yet strategically concealed. The emotional stakes are significant. Fans do not merely observe, they empathize. They feel the absence of effortless connection, the subtle shifts in demeanor, and the quiet longing that seems never to reach its fulfillment. It is a paradox of presence and absence. Two hearts intertwined in history and sentiment, yet divided in execution. The longing, potent yet interrupted, becomes a collective experience, a shared grief, and a fascination that drives speculation, discussion, and even outrage. Time intensifies the impact. As Jimin and Jungkook continue to grow in their respective endeavors, the distance becomes more apparent. Opportunities for visible interaction diminish, and moments that once defined closeness now appear fleeting or deliberately muted. Fans question the timing, the circumstances, and the forces that seem to manipulate proximity, wondering if what they see is a natural evolution or a carefully controlled narrative. Who benefits from this arrangement, if it is indeed orchestrated, and at what cost to the emotional resonance that once captivated audiences? The interplay of ambition, personal growth, and external pressures creates a narrative of interrupted longing. It is not merely the absence of interaction, but the deliberate, or seemingly deliberate, nature of that absence that fuels fascination. Each fan interpretation, each analysis of body language and stage presence, uncovers layers of speculation, yet none provide definitive answers, leaving the core question unanswered. Who or what is keeping Jimin and Jungkook apart? The mystery is compounded by the global stage upon which they perform. Every movement, gesture, or glance is amplified, scrutinized, and analyzed. In this environment, personal connection is both highlighted and constrained, creating a tension between authenticity and public expectation. Fans witness the paradox. a bond both celebrated and restrained, longing both visible and silent. The impact is profound, making every appearance, every interaction, and every omission a potential clue to a narrative larger than personal choice. Ultimately, the story is one of longing interrupted, of two individuals navigating paths that diverge while carrying an emotional connection that cannot fully manifest. Fans remain in shock, caught between hope and despair, analysis and emotion, truth and speculation. The unanswered question persists. Are Jimin and Jungkook separated by circumstance, design, or something more elusive? Until clarity arrives, the tension remains, an invisible barrier, a suspended longing, and a collective fascination that will not dissipate. The situation grows even more intense as fans examine every nuance of Jimin and Jungkook's public appearances. The subtle gestures that once conveyed comfort now appear measured, cautious, or even restrained. Every smile, every fleeting glance, is dissected with meticulous attention. Fans are left asking themselves, is this genuine emotional restraint born of circumstance, or is there an unseen influence dictating behavior? The uncertainty fuels speculation, making the distance between them feel not just physical, but strategically enforced. It is important to note that Jimin and Jungkook are more than just idols. They are symbols, icons whose every action resonates across a global stage. Their bond, once a natural source of warmth and admiration, has become a subject of intense scrutiny. Analysts of body language, fans, and social commentators alike attempt to decode the meaning behind each interaction, or lack thereof. The effect is mesmerizing, a collective obsession with uncovering the hidden truth behind what seems, at first glance, like simple separation. The emotional impact of this divide is profound. Fans have expressed heartbreak, confusion, and even a sense of betrayal. The longing that was once apparent in shared smiles, casual touches, and public camaraderie now feels suppressed, almost clandestine. What was previously effortless is now laden with tension and restraint. The perception of distance amplifies emotion, creating an environment where hope and anxiety exist simultaneously. It is this tension, this delicate balance between visibility and absence, that captivates global audiences. Furthermore, the question of responsibility arises. Who or what truly dictates the current separation? Is it the inevitable outcome of individual growth and ambition? Is it a consequence of external pressures, unseen structures, or orchestrated management strategies? Fans debate endlessly, weighing evidence against intuition, and yet no answer is universally accepted. The narrative becomes a maze of possibilities, each more compelling than the last. The speculation itself has become part of the story, a force shaping perception as much as reality. Time, inevitably, has only heightened the significance of the divide. As both Jimin and Jungkook pursue personal and professional milestones, their individual paths continue to diverge. Opportunities for interaction diminish, and the moments that remain are scrutinized for hints of unspoken longing. This absence, this interrupted closeness, becomes emblematic of a broader human truth, that the bonds we hold most dear can be strained, obstructed, or reshaped by circumstances beyond our control. Yet, within this divide, there is also evidence of enduring connection. Observers note fleeting gestures, subtle signs of attentiveness, and quiet moments that suggest the bond persists beneath the surface. These moments, though rare, offer hope and fuel continued fascination. They indicate that longing has not vanished. It has simply been delayed, constrained, and rendered invisible to the casual observer. The tension between visibility and hidden emotion defines the ongoing narrative, making every interaction a potential revelation. The psychological and emotional dimensions cannot be understated. Fans empathize not only with the idols but with the situation itself, the frustration of yearning for connection that remains just out of reach. The phenomenon transcends fandom. It is a reflection of universal experiences of longing, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled emotional desire. The narrative resonates deeply precisely because it mirrors a reality that many have faced in their own lives, magnified under the glare of public attention. What continues to intrigue observers is the strategic opacity surrounding their interactions. Whether deliberate or circumstantial, this opacity creates layers of mystery. Each public appearance becomes a puzzle piece. Each social media post a potential clue. The deliberate restraint or the perceived restraint magnifies the emotional tension, forcing fans to interpret absence as presence, silence as meaning. This psychological complexity enhances the allure of the narrative, transforming it from simple observation into an emotionally charged investigation. The question of who or what is keeping Jimin and Jungkook apart remains central. Are they victims of circumstance, subjected to the pressures of fame and global expectation? Or is there an unseen orchestration, a deliberate intervention shaping public perception and dictating their proximity? Each possibility carries profound implications for the understanding of celebrity, control, and human connection. Fans are left navigating a landscape where truth and speculation are intertwined, and where every new appearance, interaction, or omission fuels renewed debate. In conclusion, the narrative of Jimin and Jungkook's separation is one of profound tension, emotional complexity, and unanswered questions. Their longing, though interrupted, remains palpable. The divide, whether imposed by circumstance, ambition, or unseen forces, has become both a subject of fascination and a mirror reflecting universal human experiences. Fans remain captivated, heartbroken, and endlessly searching for answers, caught in a cycle of hope, speculation, and emotional investment. Until clarity emerges, the tension persists, a testament to the enduring power of their bond, the pain of interrupted longing, and the fascination that arises when hearts, once inseparable, are forced apart. The intrigue surrounding Jimin and Jungkook's separation continues to escalate as fans scrutinize each public appearance and social media posts for clues. Every subtle interaction, or conspicuous lack thereof, fuels a global conversation about the state of their bond. The more observers analyze, the clearer it becomes that this is not merely a case of casual distance. Something deeper, more enigmatic, seems to govern the space between them. Are they navigating unavoidable personal obligations, or are external pressures quietly dictating how close they can be seen together? Emotional resonance drives this fascination. Fans are not simply spectators. They are emotionally invested in a narrative that transcends ordinary celebrity dynamics.